Post-it note. I'll show you how this epic science fail became one of the most successful product launches in history and ended up on millions of desks, classrooms, and kitchen counters all across America. Be normal on camera. Noted. Ignored, but noted. Post-its help millions of people at their jobs every day, but they only exist because someone completely failed at theirs. All right, let's peel this story back. In the late 1960s, 3M was deep in the world of advanced adhesives. This was the era of the space race, so every company wanted to contribute to the next frontier. And the guy tasked with creating the next big breakthrough was Spencer Silver. Senior chemist, smart, steady. His mission was simple in theory. He was supposed to make high-grade glue for aerospace and advanced engineering. Some sort of super strong adhesive that could hold up against intense heat and pressure. But that's not what came out of his experiments at all. What he created instead was an indecisive adhesive. It was sticky, but it was so weak it could barely keep two pieces of paper together. Remember, this was the space race. Every launch and every milestone was headline news. The company wanted rocket-grade adhesives, the kind that could hold satellites together, seal engines, withstand liftoff. They were trying to bond the future of aerospace. And he invented, almost, glue? This wasn't a minor setback, it was a lab-born embarrassment. And inside 3M, it landed with a giant thud. But Silver felt it had to be good for something. He just didn't know what. And most people at 3M saw it as a mistake that should be quietly shelved and forgotten. But Silver refused to let it go. He had invented something new, damn it. And what he discovered were microspheres. Tiny spherical polymer particles engineered at the microscopic level and designed to behave in a very specific way inside an adhesive. If you put these Post-its under a microscope, you'll see they resemble the bumpy surface of a basketball. Each tiny glue sphere touched a surface at only a few points, making the adhesive sticky enough to hold, but loose enough to peel away cleanly and be used again. For more than 5 years, he promoted what he called his solution without a problem in the halls of 3M. But nobody cared. That's when a bit of divine intervention may have come into play. Art Fry, another 3M scientist, was frustrated. Every Wednesday night while practicing with his church choir, he would use little scraps of paper to mark the hymns they were going to sing in the upcoming service. On Sunday, he'd find that they'd all fallen out. Yeah, it's kind of annoying. Art needed a bookmark that would stick to the paper without damaging the pages. Thinking back to a seminar he'd attended on Silver's low-tack adhesive, Art had a eureka moment. What if that failed glue could solve his slipping bookmark problem? A sticky edge that was held in place but peeled away cleanly. In 1974, Fry teamed up with Silver to put the idea to the test. They started developing a prototype, and before long, those test notes became their own messaging system around the office, a very early version of DMs. They were like two school kids passing notes behind the teacher's back. Psst, new adhesive idea. Don't tell marketing. All right, maybe not exactly like that, but you get the idea. They had accidentally built a brand new way to communicate. Oh, and this classic canary yellow color, yeah, that was a lucky accident too. There was a bunch of this yellow scrap paper just sitting around the lab, so that's what they used. After years of experimentation, 3M tested the product in 1977 under the name Press and Peel, but it didn't stick. Customers didn't understand why they needed it. So in 1978, the marketing team tried something different. What followed has since become the stuff of marketing legend. After the early test market failed, 3M launched a radically different experiment known as the Boise Blitz, named for its trial run in Idaho. Instead of selling the product through ads or pitches, the company flooded offices, banks, and local businesses with free samples. They figured this was the best way to overcome customer skepticism. Their strategy was built on a simple bet. Once people tried the notes for themselves, they would understand their value and keep using them. It worked. 9 out of 10 people who tested Post-its said they wanted to buy them. That kind of conversion rate is unheard of in marketing. The Boise Blitz became one of the most successful product launches in history, and it's still studied in business schools today. By the mid-1980s, the Post-it wasn't just an office supply. It had become a cultural phenomenon. And everyday staple was born. No staples required. Silver liked to say that, like many groundbreaking innovations, his was a product nobody thought they needed until they absolutely did. And the world agreed. Sticky notes are now among the best-selling office products in the United States. But the real full-circle moment came later. The adhesive that once failed to be strong enough for aerospace eventually made it to space anyway. They have been used by astronauts on board the International Space Station. Silver must have felt amazing knowing that his adhesive still found purpose in outer space. In 1998, the guy who wouldn't give up on his innovative solution without a problem finally got the recognition he deserved. Silver received the award for creative invention from the American Chemical Society, and Art Fry was inducted into the National Inventors Hall of Fame in 2010. What began as a failed aerospace adhesive went on to become one of the most successful stationery products in the world, used by millions of people every day. It's a mistake that blends design, engineering, marketing, and culture into one small piece of paper. So the next time you peel off a sticky note, remember the chemistry lab in Minnesota, the choir rehearsal, and the glue that didn't do its job. Because innovation doesn't always arrive as a breakthrough. Sometimes it sticks best when someone refuses to throw a mistake away.